Okay, Gobela, Ndau, Makosi, Aksheni, and Hanyang. And well, it's Tuesday live session where we talk about spiritual things. But since there's someone there. And Hanya. So Tuesday live session, we're talking about spiritual things. I'm here at your service. If you have any questions, you can shit, and we can see how we can help each other grow spiritual faster, because there's so many things at stake here. We need to grow faster so we can start seeing things as we're supposed to see them, start questioning things that don't make sense to us, as in real life, like the politics of the family, the politics of the country, the politics and everything. We have to be spiritually strong first. So when we question things, we question them from with that kind of strength that our ancestors are helping us to get to that level. Anyway, yes, you're first. And Makosi Codex, you're first. Yes, so we're here. Remember that it's spiritual things. Tuesday's live sessions, things are not planned. We're just here in case one of us needs, needs push, needs help, needs to be strengthened, needs to be strong, talking to their own ancestors. So we're just here to help each other so that we can hear our ancestors properly, so that people don't come and mess us up. So remember, if you do not believe in your ancestors, you do not trust your ancestors, you do not want to hear from your ancestors, someone else's ancestors will come into your house because it's open. They'll come to your house. They will tell you what you're supposed to be doing in your own house. They'll come and even give you new names. They'll come and you'll start even speaking their names. Because obviously, if I'm going to be using my ancestors with you, you might as well speak the language that I speak. You might as well follow my rules. Because I'm going to come in with my own ancestors to help you find out a way on which you're supposed to grow your own food, the way that you're supposed to build your own homes, the way that you're supposed to follow rules. We're talking about laws, things like that. Someone will come out, will come into your house obviously it's open. It's not going to be any invasion. They're going to come into your house. They're going to come into that bit of you that is open. We're talking spiritual. When you're too open, anyone can come in and tell you what they want you to do. And as well, you might as well do it. Because you don't want to listen to your ancestors, isn't it? Anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is because of things that are happening in South Africa and around Africa that can be annoying. Anyway, spiritual things. Spiritual politics, same thing. Same old WhatsApp bank. And Hanyang. Remember, we are harnessing each other. But we are not harnessing each other because we are just talking about dreams. This is not about dreams, guys. Dreams is just us to get further spiritually, right? We're just talking about it like I don't understand this dream. The goal is bigger than that. Is that we understand our dream faster so that we can start questioning things. Not only healing our communities, questioning things. Because which community are you going to heal if your community are just being pulled all over the place? People are just playing with your neighbors. People are playing with your families. People are playing with you. So who are you going to heal? So that is why we need to grow these sessions. When we're talking about dreams, we should forget that it is only dreams related. It is deeper than that. We need to help each other get stronger, because there are things that are out there that are affecting our psyche. When we're walking to work, working for someone else, something is happening to us. By the fact that you're leaving home, you're going somewhere, you're looking for employment, you want someone to employ you, there's something happening. There's something wrong there. For the fact that we're talking about these things that are happening in our things that are happening, but it might look like it's political. It's spiritual. Anyway, let's just see what is happening here. Okay. Codex. Yes, I'm the first one here today. Tokozani Codex, Togoza Noma, and Togoza Tandek. Yes. And what is happening, guys, with this thing as well, with the, what's this guy's name? The best guy. The best. See what happens with greed. Anyway, it's not only that is greed on a small level, but we're talking about us spiritually getting stronger now. We need to get stronger so we can deal with greed on a higher level. Anyway, okay. And Khanyang, guys, Khanyang. We're harnessing each other. We're harnessing each other as we khanya. Anyway, so what's happening with you guys? What do you need help with today? Remember that I'm here to, like I said, it's Tuesday. I'm here giving my services for my communities free. Anyway, since you guys are not talking, let's talk properly. As healers, soon to be healers, what are we looking for? Our end goal? Are we trying to get into this journey so that we can help others as well? We become like the Gobelas, we help others, they pay us money, and we get big houses, and our children, they live nicely, they go to nice schools, and we become successful. Or as healers, what are our goals? Apart from healing others, obviously healing others is good. It's good. Our communities need lots of healing. But what's our goal? What do you think our ancestors want from us? Of course, they want us to correct a lot of things. Remember, some of these ancestors, they've gone through a lot of difficult stuff. Our ancestors have gone through lots of difficult stuff. Things have affected them deeply. Now we're dealing with the trauma from our own ancestors as people, depending where you're coming from. We are dealing with trauma from our own people. Now, we are talking about what do our ancestors want from us. They want us to be stronger. Where they managed to get to the point, they want us to continue to get further up. To look at the things that they couldn't do them properly, so we can correct them, and the mistakes that they made, we can correct errors that they've made when they were trying to get further and protect us as people, their descendant. We can correct them and start looking at things properly and start questioning things. By questioning things, I mean some of our ancestors, they were fooled. They were beaten left, right. Some of them, bad things have happened to them. So they are coming through us. They are not coming through us so that we can start throwing things and helping people twala for no reason. No. Ancestors don't. I do not know any ancestor who just wants someone to twala so you can become famous. No. Ancestors, they want us to remember where we come from. They want us to remember where we are, where we live, whether we've got food, whether we've got food that will cover us for the next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 5 years. They want to give us their gifts so we can become our own entrepreneurs. We don't rely on other people to come and give us something like a little bit and take more than we can afford to part with. Well, by force sometimes. I'm talking about spiritual stuff. We're talking about spiritual stuff. Now, we're talking about spiritual stuff because in these dreams, our ancestors are showing us running away from dangerous people. People who came as a form of investing. Our ancestors are showing us people who came, they were making them, cuddling them, making them feel like they're special. And they take their land. They kill some of them. They do horrible things to some of them. We see these things in dreams. That's why we cannot explain our dreams. We don't understand what's happening in our dreams. Because our ancestors, they want us to make sure that things like that, they are not repeated for the next generation. The next generation are not going through where they have to become to the stage where they're so vulnerable. So they have to beg for employment from someone. When they've got gold, diamonds in their backyard, they've got things in their backyard. They don't even know what they look like. They can only tell what they look like when they're watching this on TV. But it's in their backyard. You've got gold in your backyard, but you don't know what it looks like until you see it on TV. The only thing that you can afford, it is the cheap one that is artificial. The real stuff are in your background. You don't even know who it belongs to. That is why our ancestors are coming to us. They're not coming to us so that we forget who we are. They're coming to us so that we remember that on our land we can grow stuff. That is our ancestors. They are not just giving us the dreams and we don't know what is happening in the dream. They're showing us the herbs, where to go to find herbs. We cannot go to find herbs where we're supposed to go to find herbs because our ancestors, where they used to go to find herbs freely, easily, does no longer belong to us. We cannot access the roads that leads us to the waters to go and do the cleansing. Because we need to go and do the cleansing. We need to go and play drums around the rivers, right? We cannot do those things because before you get to the river, this land does no longer belong to your people. Who does it belong to? Where you're supposed to go to get your herbs, you cannot go to get herbs. You want to heal your people so that your people can be good, can feel good. Things that are affecting our people can be healed. Using a particular herb, you cannot go there. That is why our ancestors are coming in to us in those dreams. They are teaching us in those dreams that we need to be strong. They are teaching us in those dreams that we need to understand things properly. We keep on failing because they are showing us that some of our people have failed. They were in war. Some of them have to take quick cash. The same way as we see our politicians even now, they're taking quick cash so that they can entertain someone for something that is not be benefiting the community. It is benefiting few individuals. So our ancestors, they are making us strong in those dreams so that we do not get that kind of our moralities are strong. We've got integrity in those dreams. So when someone comes and say, take this, take a little bit so I can take that big of a land, right? Because I'm coming with dollars or I'm coming with pounds. You do not forget your people, the people who are suffering, the people who are living in squatters. That is why our ancestors are giving us these dreams. They are not giving us these dreams so that we can sit around here and talk about our running. Our ancestors are showing us that yes, you run in the dream state, but they want us strong so that we don't have to run physically from things that are affecting our communities as healers and soon to be healers. We are not healers and soon to be healers for the sake of being healers and soon to be healers. We are healers and soon to be healers because we need to understand what is affecting our communities. What kind of laws are stopping us from functioning as we're supposed to function as healers? When I'm saying functioning, I mean that going to the river that you're meant to go to when your people are sending you to the river. Going to the sea when you're meant to go to the sea and not get to the sea, you're getting there, you have to ask someone to get to that particular place. You have to ask someone to get to those caves. because the place does no longer belong to us. Our people are trying to get us to remember that these are the things that have caused them dead. That's why some of them are dead, their ancestors, because people came and invade the place where they're supposed to be farming. Invade. When I'm saying invade, we should get it right. Invade. People have been killed. Our ancestors, now we're talking to them because some of them have been killed for the land. Now they are coming to us in the dream state to show us things that have happened to them, things that are affecting us now. Why are some of us unemployed? And we become vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, you will take anything. When you're vulnerable, someone gives you something just for you to eat, you will take it. Because you're vulnerable, you're weak. You will take whatever that is being given to you. If someone comes and say, ancestors, they want to talk to you, they want to hear you. No. You're not going to be listening to that because you're hungry. How are you even going to have time to listen to your ancestors when you're hungry? Now, when they come to us in the dream state, we should not forget that these dreams are just not coming just like that. They're just dream because we need to wake up, know how to throw bones. We need to just wake up and know how to wear this cloth, ancestral cloth. It is nothing to do with the beads. It is nothing to do with the ancestral cloth. It is nothing to do with you becoming a Gobela. You're a Gobela, yes. We are Gobela because you need to make other people aware that you are a Gobela, you're gonna suffer because our people are still suffering out there. If you are not suffering, then there's something wrong with you. Why are you not suffering and your people are suffering and you call yourself you're happy? How come? Then you've got a problem. That is what we are here to do as healers and soon to be healers. We are here to do those kind of things. To understand that if one of our people, one of ours is suffering, that means we are all suffering. You cannot be like living there, drinking tea and coffee and think you're happy and your neighbor is not happy and you're okay with that. There's something wrong with your psyche if that is it. If you can be happy and your neighbor is not happy and doesn't affect you, the same way as if you're watching the best thing on TV and it doesn't affect your psyche, because the families of the boy who was killed and stuff like that doesn't affect your psyche, then we've got a problem. Because he's become an ancestor as well. The healing begins for the family. That is why our ancestors are coming. That's why we are here to help each other. To help each other so that we can all hear our ancestors. All of us can hear our ancestors. We don't have to go far. We just have to pay attention to them. Listen to them. Get coached by them. Let them and give us guidance. What has happened? What has caused them this kind of... What killed them? Then what can we do to stop ourselves from being killed? What can we do to stop ourselves from getting greedy? Getting greedy in a way that you will take brown envelopes. As long as you're happy, you'll take a brown envelope on the side. It doesn't matter how it affects your neighbor. It doesn't matter how it affects even your brother or sister. As long as you've got a brown envelope, you can travel properly, nicely. The others will take care of themselves. Then that is dangerous. Then you're not supposed to be a healer. You're not supposed to be a healer. Who are you going to be healing? You're already wrong. There's something wrong as a healer. Who are you going to be healing? Anyway, let me Khanya. The reason why I'm talking about this is that we should not forget. Our dreams are not just dreams. Our dreams are a way. It is a puzzle that our ancestors are directing us in there. They are trying to get us to be stronger, strong people. By strong, it means that if you're strong, you'll be able to deal with the next person as a healer. You'll be able to deal with the next person. As a strong person, you'll be able to extend and hold someone, guide the other person. But you cannot guide the other person when you're still lacking as a healer. That is all those dreams that they're giving us. It is to make sure That when you're holding someone's hand like that, trying to pull them so that they go towards where everyone's supposed to be going, to start questioning, asking questions. Why am I suffering in my own place? Why are my community suffering in their own place? Why there's lack of from my communities? When you start questioning that, someone comes to you and say, don't worry about others. Look, I've got this for you. This looks nice. Nice car, isn't it? 4x4. Leave that person's hand. We'll make sure that we look after you. You do not leave that person's hand and start wanting to live large. That is what healers are not meant to be doing. We are meant to be strong and make our community strong. You cannot be strong and be thinking that you're passing your cousins. You're living in a mansion. You're passing your cousin living in squatters. Small place. You're just passing them. You're driving past them. You're looking and say, I'm happy, I'm glad, I'm living nice in a nice house. And you are not affected, the psyche there. And you're passing people. You can see people are begging for work. They're asking you for work on the road. And you're passing them, you're okay. You're mentally okay. You get home, you sit down, you get a nice plate full of food. In there, you're using fork and knife because you actually even forgotten that you can use your hand. You're using knife and fork. And that one that doesn't affect you, no. This is why our ancestors are here with us. They want to make sure that they show us those horrible things in the dream so that we are affected. When we see it physical, we act, we do something. That is what our ancestors, spirits and guides are there to do. They are not there. That is healing. If your psyche is affected and you're thinking about the next person next to you, you are thinking, you're questioning why they live like that, why they do not have running water. That means you're a healer. But if you don't think about the next person, why you have water, the other person doesn't have water, then you've got a problem. You're not a healer. A healer is supposed to be thinking about the other person. Why am I having this and that person doesn't have it? What has gone wrong here? I mean, we've got this, we are living in the same place, the same country. How come I'm living like this, that the other person is living like that? What is wrong? Because if that doesn't affect your psyche, I do not know. What kind of spiritual are you going to get? How spiritual are you going to get? And how far spiritually can we say you are? Because everything around you is supposed to affect you. That is becoming a healer now. Everything around you is supposed to affect you. When I'm saying everything around you, I mean that if things, they do not look right, it means that they are not normal. It means it is affecting you. You should feel it. That is you healing. You call yourself you're healing others when you start demanding to understand how come that one doesn't have that. When these things are happening in our countries, electricity is another one. A healer is supposed to be thinking, how come that is a problem? That is becoming a healer. That when you're a healer, you should be thinking like that. Other things, they will come in. A healer is start from that. It is political. Spiritually start politically from you. You politically have to deal with the things that are fundamental for you as a human being. Politically, you're supposed to deal with things that are happening in your family first. You're trying to find out your ancestors, the background that is political. Then politically, you have to extend to the community. You have to find out what is happening with this community. Are the municipalities treating the community as they're supposed to? The citizen here, are they having everything that they're supposed to? That is a healer. You're supposed to understand everything that is happening around you. You go spiritual, politically going spiritual. Then you understand your ancestors. Why are they coming to us crying like the way they do, crying the way in which the way they cry, coming to us in our dreams? Why are our ancestors still being affected? What is happening with our ancestors? They're supposed to be lying down there and comfortable because now we can deal with the things as human beings. But they're still affected, and they're affecting us, the human beings, because things are still not right. Still, things are still not right with our communities. Things are still not right in our countries. Things are still not right. And we are being affected. It comes in on and off like this, like the way I am. Today I'll be good, I'll be happy, laughing. Like today now I'm affected, I'm being triggered. So we will live like as triggered people on and off, on demand. You triggered. We are managed like that. You just see something, you get triggered because we are still dealing with things that we are struggling to understand. Things that we putting it in the background, others will deal with them. As long as I'm okay, I'm working, I'm living large, I'm all right. But something comes in and they trigger you because you cannot be all right when others are not. Then you get triggered on demand. Triggered on demand. You see, you watch a parent losing a child in that bad way, like the best of things. You watch the parent, the grandmother crying. It triggers something within you because as a human being, this kind of things cannot be happening, still be happening within our communities. And we are allowing them. We're allowing them. We are allowing them. By that, when I'm saying we are allowing them, is that some of us are still spiritually damaged, that they will let their brothers and sisters suffer as long as they're happy, keeping up with the Joneses. Anyway, that is just that. I'm triggered. Anyway, let's talk nicely with each other. Codex, I believe our ancestors want to restore power that was lost from Black people to get back to natural order, get connected to the real power of the creator, not the fake gods. Very true, Codex, very true. This is the thing, this is very true. Because as people, what happens to us is that if you do not know who you are, you've been forced to live according to other people's ideals. You've been forced to live according to other people's ideals. You die as an ancestor, being forced to live in other people's ideas. You're still down there trying to guide your people. You still see them living in according to other people's ideals, the way that they think is supposed to be living their lives. Still being controlled, like the way that we are still controlled. That some people cannot see. We are still being controlled. Look at even our prisons. Who's running them? So these kind of things that are happening to us, it is affecting our ancestors. They're trying to show us like these things have happened to us. They're still happening to you, my children. They're still happening to you. We are trying to get you to be strong, but we are not listening because we've got new names. We've got new names. We're speaking new language. Now, we want to hear the people who forced these languages onto us, the people who forced this name onto us. We became friends with them. Now we forgot. We cannot listen to ancestors who are coming to bring us, talking to us in the language that we'll understand. You are coming with a language that is foreign to us. We are even so comfortable, we'll even say, they're speaking the language that I don't understand. I have never. But we are comfortable with speaking the language that was forced on our people, which is what I'm doing now. Anyway, Tsepi, Khanya, we are Khanya in Togoza, Lisedi, Khanya, Tsepi. I think I'm running with. Anyway, Codex, okay. Norma, so glad to be part of this chat today. Can I ask what it means when it is dark in dreams? Most of my dreams these days are in the dark or at night. What is happening in those dreams, Norma? Unfortunately, we are living in these hard times where people don't mind what is happening to the other as long as they get what they want. Yes, that is the sad bit of it. It is the sad bit of it. I mean, it is not. It is happening to us. Some of us, we are affected. Even me, I'm still failing in my dreams because in those dreams, my moral, my integrities are suffered. They're showing me that if someone were to come with a brown envelope, my child, you're still lacking like this, you might take it. That is why we are being shown these things in the dream. They're showing, when I'm saying they're testing you in the dream, ancestors, they're not testing us like you see yourself going, someone is giving you something, you're eating it, you're happy, and you wake up as a dream. No, they're testing us, they're showing us, integrity-wise, my child, we want you strong like this so that nothing can shake you up. Nothing can shake you. So they test you. They show you in that dream, you seeing nice things, nice houses. The way you're thinking when you're seeing them, ancestors, they can see, this one still suffering, still excited about that. If money was being given, if they were physically were to be given, like there's a £1 million, get it, give us that, the village, all your village, get your people some out somehow. You give it to them, because in the dream they will have shown you, you saw a nice big mansion. You got so excited in it, in that dream. They are showing you that you are still like this. Physically, you can sell off your land and think people are coming to invest in it and lie to your community that it is an investment, when these people are just occupying it small bit so they can get comfortable and get another bit and get comfortable and get extra more because they're coming with more money. While your people, they've got money. I mean, we are rich. We are very rich. We've got minerals. We've got land. We can plant. We can farm in it. If things were done in a way that it is fair, we should be actually recruiting these people, investors. We should be recruiting the investors. But investors are coming as investors. I mean, seriously, what is wrong? How can you come in a land full of what they call it? The biblical people have called it something, the land full of honey and gold. You're coming to invest, and we, the people who are living in it, we want you to give us money. I mean, seriously, how can it be possible? I mean, you're coming to give us money so that we think it is, you're obviously, you're a tourist, isn't it? But we think this is right. I mean, how can it be possible? We want that money because our people will be able to get employment. When you've got a land and you've got gold and you've got diamonds, I mean, seriously, there's something wrong with our psyche. That one I do not understand. Norma, explain your dream properly so we understand what you mean. How does this dream happen with this, the darkness? How does it happen? Because we are actually living, we are in it is not, we are not in the dark, but it seems dark, right? It seems dark. This is metaphorical. It seems dark. We cannot see the light that we are living in it. It kind of looks like it's nighttime during the daytime. And we kept on being reminded by falsehood that we are in the dark when it is daytime. And we are the people of the sun. We can make the sun do the things that the sun is supposed to be doing. We can hanisa each other. As people, we can hanisa each other. Meaning that when we feel like there's darkness coming in, if we want to extend it, we can make it brighter, a little bit extra longer. But all we are doing now is being told, because we are still struggling to get stronger the way our ancestors want us to be strong, mentally stronger, spiritually stronger, so that when someone is falsifying the weather and telling us that the weather looks like this, like it is nighttime when it's daytime, we can correct someone. Actually, we won't even allow that person to even come near us to tell us that it's dark time. It is dark. It is dark when it's the sun, because we'll be so strong. We'll feel them coming from far. You can move away with your names, with your whatever that you're coming with and you believe in it. We will believe with what we believe in. And we will understand you believe in whatever you believe in. And we are happy that we all believe in something, right? But please, don't subjugate us. Don't subjugate us. Now we're even talking to each other in English. Our ancestors, they are trying as well. But they'll keep us strong, because we cannot be defeated like that, just like that. But we should always remember to listen to them, because if we don't listen to them, then I don't know what the kind of strength you're gonna get. If we here don't listen to our ancestors, spirits and guides, what happens to you is that you're gonna come here on this live session. You're gonna listen to me. If I'm weak, I'm gonna make you weak, because you don't listen to your ancestors. If I'm weak, I'm gonna use my ancestors to make you weak. That's why we should listen to our ancestors, because your ancestors, they can show you that, no, you're becoming weak, my child. This person that you're about to listen to is about to make you weak. They take you away from it. That is when we listen to our ancestors and we use our senses, ears. We are listening to what someone is saying. It's not taking over. Our ancestors are the ones who will be guiding us. Our ancestors, they are the ones who will guide us. They will tell us when something is not right. They will tell us when something is right. That is our ancestors. Spirits and guides. That is what they are here for. Our ancestors. Anyway, Codex. Togoza, you okay? All right, you were sent to me, honestly. I just fought with that other race. I was attending their church, but because of discrimination, I left yesterday and I was warned by my ancestors not to, okay, not to what? I have a question. Togoza Ruben, is it possible that your ancestors can bring you a healer in your dreams and she will consult you in the dream? Because it has been happening to me a lot of times. That problem is the healer in each dream does not finish the consultation in time and I wake up. Yes, that's what they do. As healers, now this is how, when our people are very, very good. This is when we saying we should listen to our people. Our people are very good in this way. So what our people tend to do is that they will use a visual healer, meaning that they will use a healer. Sometimes your people and your ancestors' people and the other healers' people, they will use that person to help you, meaning that that person will be sitting down like I'm sitting down here. You are there lying down on a trance in your dream, dreaming, and I'll be here talking to you in your dreams. This is me being consciously awake and you sleeping. They'll be talking to you and telling you what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, we do things like this. I will be talking to you and stuff like that because your people will use me, because you understand, because you've seen this, you are aware that someone like this is a living person, right? So they'll use me, and then I'll talk to you while you're dreaming, or you're not dreaming even during the day. If you're trans, your people can they can ask my people for help, then I can help you. Too far away, we don't even know, we've never even met physically, we can do that. In the dreams as well, ancestors can use people like you can be seeing me helping you in the dreams, because ancestors, they've watched you, they've seen you watching my channel. They think that this is how you think about me. So when they're using me, they can use me in a way that is positive to show you that, because obviously you're thinking positive about me. When I'm in your dream, I'll be showing you things you follow. You understand that when she's telling me to do this, yes, she means it. She means it. It's your ancestors using my image. It is them. They're using my image in your dream to give you instructions, to give you messages in that dream. But sometimes it's physical. That is why you see that when ancestors are sending you to a healer now, when they're physically sending you to a healer, they will go to that healer's ancestors. The healer's ancestors will talk to the healer in that place. And your ancestors will show you the healer in your dream, meaning that you should go to that healer and they give you a code. A code means that they give you information that only that healer will understand it when you get to them. Even them, the healer, they'll get a code, meaning that what to expect someone is coming their way. Sometimes they will send us the picture of you. They will show us what you look like. Sometimes they just don't have to show us. They will just tell us, we're going to be receiving these totem people, right? That is your ancestors. But when they're using these people in your dream, sometimes they use them. But when we get to become consciously aware in those dream states, they will kick us out so that you can write things down. You don't forget, because sometimes we forget things. That is ancestors when they're talking to us. Anyway, where was I? Norma. Okay, so this other dream, I was lighting candles, and some full of only men who were drinking, making noise, and I was trying to tell them to keep quiet because I'm about to pray. But they didn't switch off the other. I was running from people, I don't know. When they catch me, they wanted to cut my hair. Okay, so on this dream, I was lighting candles. Okay, do you know what kind of candles you were lighting? What color candles you were lighting? Because When it's candles, the messages, they're just showing you, you light these candles for these reasons. It's like a teaching dream kind of thing, you know. And they'll show you that, the color of the candles. And then I was trying as well, they were white. Okay, white candles. I'm about to pray, but they didn't. Okay. So the men were full of only men who were drinking. What were they drinking, these men? And were they in Yomsamo? What were they drinking? Remember that if we are thinking people now, if they are men, they're sitting down to Yomsamo, they're drinking, it means you can tell that they're drinking because they are there drinking because they're about to have a proper talk about the whatever it is that they're going to come to talk about. Remember that, think about family, your family. If there's a thing, there's something that is they need to talk about, what kind of people will come in and congregate and talk about it? Why would you see family, men only in your family sitting around and talking about something? If it is serious, sometimes you'll see some of them, they'll be drinking, depending on what they're drinking. And you can even see or sense it with the conversation they're having, that this is something serious they're discussing here. I'm talking about physical. This is something they're discussing here. And it's only men. We see men discussing issues like this within communities or within my family. Because you know, in your family, when you see men congregating and discussing something, it means they're discussing this particular issue, this particular issue, this particular issue. Now, when it's in the dream, we're talking about ancestors, they're sitting down and somewhere they're discussing something. Then you'll understand that your ancestors now, the message is this. They're going to be there discussing something related to whatever that is happening in your journey. But take it physically to your family. When there are men sitting around discussing something, what could cause that in your family? What could men sit around discuss something serious? What could it be? Just think about that. Then go to your ancestors now. They are all men congregating, discussing something to do with you. But what is it about? Anyway, okay, where was I? Norma. Okay, they were drinking alcohol and talking. Yes, they were talking, but you can tell. Remember that with people talking and drinking alcohol, some people can be talking and you can see that this conversation is just not going to go anywhere. But sometimes you can see that these are our people. When they're sitting around and they're talking, this alcohol is not that alcohol that you see now, what our people doing now. They're drinking and get crazy. But this is just our people in a way that they're drinking that traditional beer in peace, discussing serious stuff. You can tell in the dream that this is a discussion that is going to be serious. Our people just brought that alcohol, when I'm saying traditional beer in Msamo, because they're going to be discussing something that is very serious. In the dream, you would have seen that. That it's going to be, I mean, when I'm saying, you can see the people when they're drinking, whatever they're drinking in those gourds, that this is going to be a serious topic that is going to be discussing, they're going to be discussing here. It is serious. The candles. Anyway, thanks God. Now it's starting to make sense. Good. Normal, that's where we want to get to. Things making sense. Okay. Correct. Okay, that's correct there. All right. All right. Where was I? Alenda Gogo Tobailam. Okay. Ghost Gogo. What's the difference between Guni and Ndau? I think from Guni, this is not explanation from my people. It's not explanation from my people. Sutu Shangunguni then. Guni comes with different, there are different people from different areas speaking different Nguni languages. I do not know what Nguni ancestors are. I haven't gone to that position. But if Nguni ancestors, then it will mean that for me, my ancestors haven't explained it to me in that way. Ndau, Mandau spirits or Mandau ancestors. Mandau comes, the explanation to me. The water spirits, they got in alignment with Ndau people. The people who were living like me and you, they were Ndau people. They got connected to the Ndau, to the water spirits. They were close to the water spirit. They were the ones who were close to receive the water spirits in that particular areas. The Ndau people, they were close in that area. So when it comes to Ndau spirits are not Ndau spirits everywhere else in Africa. There are Ndau spirits in Africa, but they are called by different names because these are water spirits. But they are called Ndau spirits because of the people that got in alignment with the water spirits at that particular area. They were Ndau people. So the Ndau, now we are talking about they are carrying those spirits. So when we're looking at them, we say the Ndau spirits, because they are coming with those spirits. They know more about those spirits. Remember that as people, we had like you'll have a tribe that will be good in that particular way. They'll be given that particular thing, like you look after this, and there'll be another tribe. You carry this, you look after this for us. It's like a politics of society. That particular tribe will be able to converse with that spirit. That other particular tribe will be able to converse with deal with that other spirit. Will understand. The spirit will teach them about every other fundamental things that they need to know about whatever it is that they'll be gifted from that spirit. So there'll be a tribe being chosen. Let's just put it simply, like from family. You've got a family of 5. You've got brothers and sisters. Now, you've got this brother that in the family, the first one, we're saying, you look after the family home. You're the one who will make sure that everyone follows the rules of the home. Everyone follows everything. Then you've got this other second brother. Or you make sure that anyone who comes through the yard, you find out where they are coming from. And then we will send you as well to the neighboring people. So you can go and ask if we want something to be done in the family. We send you here. You'll be dealing with the diplomas of the family from our family to the other family. So you'll be dealing with that. Then we've got this sister. Oh, as a sister, we want you to be looking after this, the food of the family. So you make sure that everything in the family, when it comes to food, we know where we're supposed to get it. When it comes to food, when it is short, we coming to you. We cannot say there's no food shortage in this house when you're there. That is the family. Everyone is given a task. Then we've got this other sister. As a sister, you are responsible for this. You are responsible to make sure that you do these kind of things. We will send you overseas. You go and learn about other people. When I'm saying overseas, we'll send you to the next village. You stay there for 5 years. Try and understand how they do defend their villages and stuff like that. Try and understand everything, the laws around there, the laws of their nature and everything to do with that. That is you. That is your task. You're given that. Then you've got this other younger brother or sister. Your task is to make sure that within the children of the family, you do this and that and that. You do all the rituals. The rituals are done by you. You know every trick. When ancestors are coming, they'll come directly to you and give you the new rituals and the old rituals. If you need to discard the old rituals, this is where we'll go. We know ancestors as well because we trust you to look after those kind of things. Now, when it comes to tribes, we have a tribe that is Ndau tribe, that they were able to get hold, to be in alignment with the Ndau ancestors. Then we've got, from my understanding, Abalozi tribe were able to communicate with the seawater spirits. So they will be dealt with the seawater spirits. They will be given all the things, all the information that they need to know about anything to do with the sea, anything to do with whatever the cosmology there, for anything to do with the sea. They will be the people who in that particular area will be given all that information. I'm only giving you this example with my gifts. Then you've got other than Zunzas. We're selecting this is mine, right? We're selecting the Mashanga Mashangani will be dealing with the Nzunza. So when we need help with the rain making and stuff like that, we'll go there. You will be able to communicate directly with the Nzunza. You'll be able to help us how to do these things when there's something like there's drought here and stuff like that. You'll be able to communicate the way you know how that serpent do the tricks so that the sun can do the things that the sun needs to do so that it can rain and stuff like that. We go to you. So everyone is designated to whatever it is that their role. So they've got their roles. So when it comes to Nguni, there are people who speak the languages that are similar. They've been changed by way of going from one particular area to another. As you move to another place, you meet others. They speak a language. The language become what they call it. Let's say the Zulus, the Zulus, the Ndebeles, what they call them. Anyway, different kinds of tribe. So as you go, moving from one place to another, the language becomes different. As you can see, even with English, as you move a lot of them were from Europe, they go to America, the language changes. It's English, but it changes. There's some things added in, depending on who they're meeting as well. So it is the same way as that. I don't know when it comes to ancestors. How do you say Nguni ancestors? How do you say Ndau ancestors? I guess if they are from Nguni speaking people, then they'll be Nguni ancestors. That's the only way. I'm not explaining this from my ancestors' point of view. I'm explaining it from understanding it, how I see people. Okay, that is just that. So that is just that, guys. I think that is what we were here to do. 52 minutes. Hey, Togoza Festival. Yes. So yes, I woke up really affected by what is happening. My spirit was affected really badly, and yes, affected really badly with things that are happening, and taking what is happening physically and being taken in a dream state to be shown things that are happening to our communities, things that are still happening to our people, really can trigger, because we are as a people, we are still dealing with lots of trauma, and we are unable to express it properly, because it's difficult to express that to express that trauma, to say I'm still dealing with the trauma, when you are living and your friends, you are living and your friends. Yeah, that's the only I'll just get there. Just leave it there. You're living in friends. And I'm talking about as a country, as a country of people, we are dealing with trauma that we are unable to express it properly. We need to we need to think first before we say something, because we don't want to cause your friend, to make your friend feel uncomfortable. So you cannot deal with the trauma that has affected our people as a nation. We cannot deal with the trauma that has affected us, because you do not want to say that you're still feeling hurt, because by feeling hurt, I mean that we are still walking around our countries. I'm talking about people who have been invaded and our things were taken by force. You feel that you're living there. You need to be employed by the same person. You need to be employed by them. So you cannot express yourself like, I am actually literally dealing with the trauma caused because I've inherited it. It has been passed genetically to me. And not only has been passed genetically to me, I am still feeling the pain of my ancestors. And I have to think about what I'm saying, because you are employing me, you're paying me to live in the home that I'm living in. And that is the spirituality. It is spirituality, guys. It's not politics. It's spirituality. It is what is happening to us spiritually. As people, we are dealing with we are dealing with a lot. We are dealing with a lot, and you know, when you're dealing with a lot as a nation, I'm not talking about as an individual, as a nation. When we're dealing with a lot of things, a lot of small things, they trigger us, they remind us of what we haven't yet get to deal with. That is as a country. So that is just that. I think we've done what we were supposed to have done. And we'll talk again. And I hope you khanya, guys. You khanya and khanyisa others. Make others aware that they need to listen to their ancestors and get stronger, right? So we can all be stronger. And when we are out there, we start demanding what is due to us. We can be strong. So khanya, khanya, khanya. Yeah.